You're listening to High Tea with Mel Kelly K. If you're down for some unapologetic and unfiltered discussions from melanated perspectives, let's get this chat steeped and brewed in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, ladies.
Hello.
Hola.
Good afternoon.
Look at you two in unison. I love that. Wow. Well, hello, ladies. Welcome back. How we feeling?
Feeling good. Feeling tired, but feeling
Tired.
good.
That's real.
Feeling tired.
Yeah,
you
that's
doing?
some real shit. It's not getting better. Like, when is it supposed to get better?
Yeah.
When you're retired.
Mm-hmm.
Sipping lemonade on your front porch. Watching the neighborhood
It's like
kids play basketball.
In Palm Springs.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, y'all, I had gin and lemonade the other day.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Oh,
To
man.
God, that shit was so good. That's why actually, if you had lemonade the other day, because I would have went to got some gin for it. Woo, well, welcome back to another episode, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. I do apologize in advance. I'm currently with COVID, so my brain fog is a little real today. So if we get a little space cadet-y, we gonna keep it pushing. Sounds great. Cool. Well, today I asked these ladies to think ahead to the future of what we hope and dream, and AKA in true boss bitch style, we gonna make happen. So I asked them to give me 5 things that they want to make happen for their future, and it could be literally anything. It could be shallow, it could be career, it could be our relationship, it could be just for us, it could be anything we fucking want, because it's our podcast, duh. And and we are going to get back to our social media moment to this episode. So exciting. I have so many questions about this particular moment because I do not understand. Maybe it's the brain fog. Who knows? But I'm excited to talk to these ladies about it. And we are going to introduce a new segment today. So I won't introduce it now. I'm going to wait till later, make it a little dramatic of sorts. So, ladies, in our little dream portal, and this is not I did not set any years or any of that. I'm just talking about the rest of our lives. What are some things that you are going to make happen?
I'll start.
Do it.
I think we can say this for pretty much all 3 of us, just in a different kind of way. But I'm turning my entrepreneurial spirit into a full-fledged entrepreneur that I can make 2 times my current income and also have multiple streams of income. That is like the main top goal that I have completely set for myself. I feel like ever since I was a wee little girl, everybody around me has basically told me that I just have a mind full of ideas, and it's almost a thing where I just need to know where to put the ideas and really sit down and execute it. But after currently going through so many different life changes, and also my whole work experience has been pretty shitty, to be quite honest. I know I haven't told both of y'all how shitty it has been, but it has not been good. It hasn't been a good experience for me. So after so many years and me being fed up, it's time to literally put nose to the grind, foot on lead pedal, and make shit happen and go in the direction that I have complete control over, because in a way I do have control freak tendencies. So if I can have that control freak tendency turn into making some dollar bills, I'm gonna do it. And that's what's gonna happen.
Yep.
I'm with you, sis. That's on my list. Like, I need to get my business license up and running. Like, I need to get my shit together post recovery. But yeah, I'm with you because I need more money. Like, it's just not like the little high school version of me. That bitch's dreams were fucking dreams. That shit is not. It was never gonna be reality at all.
Yeah.
But that's what it is when you get older. Sorry,
just like
Mel, go ahead.
when you're thinking, like when you're young and you're thinking about your future, one, you're so naive to
Oh yeah.
all the different challenges you're about to face,
Mm-hmm.
and
How much things
also all the
actually cost?
yes, that was gonna be my next thing, the financial
Mm-hmm.
responsibilities and obligations that come with all of those next steps.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but get the fuck out of here. Like, I am not gonna live this life. I need the next level. I am
Mm-hmm.
ready for it. And if that means there's gonna be a lot of late nights and shit, it is what it is. Like, I need money.
Yeah.
And see, to me, those late nights and struggling when I'm doing it, I feel like that's exciting for me. I don't know about you, but I feel like just being able to have just the world ahead of you that you have planned and what you know that you can accomplish. I think there's so much that you can get out of it. And it's just exciting to know that that is possible. You just have to start making the moves to make it possible.
Yeah. Well, it's also the imposter syndrome of
Mhm.
it. That's my current issue. Is just like, I know I can do it. People
Mhm.
of all different types of places and scenarios I've been in have told me I can do it. It's just I have to put that foot forward,
Yeah.
and no one else will do it for me.
Yeah.
Because the spoiled brat in me, of course, would let someone else do the shit for me, but then it wouldn't be mine. It wouldn't be the way
Yeah.
I want it. And then it wouldn't be me. It wouldn't be
Mhm.
genuine.
Yeah.
Oh, and I just want to say one thing about what you said, but it kind of
Yeah.
also ties back into one thing of like, do it at your own pace, not everybody else's.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Because then if you're trying to do it at somebody else's, you're just gonna end up being fucking miserable in it all. So it's like you have to
Oh yeah,
find
1000%.
your groove for yourself. And if
Yeah.
it means doing that like 5 years from now, 10 years from now, it's at the pace that's comfortable for you. Because what are you gonna do? Make all those sacrifices and still be miserable? And even if you get to where you get to, it still doesn't feel like it doesn't feel fulfilling. If
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there's also a part that people don't always talk about. Yes, imposter syndrome is really a thing, but if you are in tune with what your skill set is and what your determination is, you also know what your limitations are.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So people telling me, a year out of college I should apply for director positions.
Ugh.
I appreciate the confidence, but dog,
But
you
yeah,
have no
yeah,
idea
no.
what goes into that shit. Do not tell me to apply for some shit that you've never done
But yeah,
yourself
no.
or even know
Mhm.
anyone who's done it themselves.
Right,
Yeah.
right. It's like you're trying to sell somebody a short ass dream. It's just like no.
Mhm. Let's be
Like,
realistic
all you're gonna
here.
do is lead me to depression. Like,
Right.
like let's not do that. What about you, Keish?
I mean, if since we're on the topic of careers, mine's is just pretty simple. I mean, I've never been in that, I've never had any aspirations to be an entrepreneur or a business owner or anything like that. But mine's is literally as simple as just having a career that I'm contented with and I'm stable with. That's
Mhm.
it. It's never been anything bigger or heavier than that because I view myself as a very simple person
Mm-hmm.
and I value those simple aspects of life. Like I've never had an issue working for other people. If one day I wake up and I'm just like, you know what? I want to be a boss bitch and I want to work for myself, then fuck it. Let's do it. But other than that, I've never had any aspirations other than that just being in a career where I'm happy in and I feel like I'm being like, what is it, doing some type of service to other people to make their lives easier,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
but also being contented with all of that and just being proud of doing that.
Yeah.
That's it. It's literally as simple as that for me when it comes to my career, when it comes to career goals.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
Yeah.
Especially if you're making the money you need to make
Mhm.
for this
Yeah.
current moment and even
Yeah.
moving forward.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. Like me and Kelly's industries, nah.
Yeah. That's
That ain't gonna happen. Not
Right.
unless you do it yourself. It's
We've
not
been through
gonna
the
Right.
ringer enough.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah, no. Stop. Like from the stories you guys have told me, it's just like, yeah, you're better off working on your own. You're better off working for yourself in industries like that.
Yeah.
Between the environments, the pay, and just the overall toxicness, like the
Mm-hmm.
small margin of people who will pay you what you're worth
Yeah.
in this industry is
It's
very
very
slim to none.
small.
And
Mm-hmm.
the time that they expect you to give into it. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
So yeah, I trust me. If there was a way I could do what I do and make the money I think I deserve, which is not a lot more than what I make now, to be quite honest with y'all,
Mm-hmm.
but like if I could make more money and still do what I do, I would be fine. Like if I won the lottery tomorrow, I would still work at my current job.
But you know
Yeah.
what's crazy about that? That's the mentality of most people though when it comes to their jobs or whatever career that they're in. If they can just make a little bit more than what they're making right now, they'll be perfectly fine where they're at.
Mm-hmm.
And that shows you, I don't think it's a people problem. It's an industry problem. It's a particular job problem.
Oh, 1,000%.
Yeah. 100.
1,000%.
Because I don't even think people are that unreasonable to where they would ask for some like extreme ridiculous number. Like it's just like we just want to get paid. What we
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
feel is the
do.
value that we bring to
But
this
they
place.
crazy.
That's literally it.
Yeah.
No one's asking you for 100K to flip a burger at Burger King. No one's asking you
Right.
First of all, no.
we're just not. No, I'm just using it as an example, something as minute as that.
know.
But it's just
Mhm.
like we're just asking you not for 20,000 to flip a burger, please, please.
Please. The fuck?
Yeah,
But my boyfriend and I were talking about that yesterday. We were talking about teachers. And I was
Oh,
like,
cool. Those are
the
some
disparity between how much time you have to spend in school versus how
Mhm.
much you make is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like how is someone supposed to live? There's no way.
It's like how does a teacher's salary, like I'm just ballparking it right now, but the last time I checked, which was like maybe like 2-3 years ago, a teacher's starting salary can be as little as 45K a year. That is fucking crazy.
In New York. It's not
Right.
down
Yeah.
here.
It's different everywhere.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
I make
So,
more
and,
than
like,
that. That's crazy. And I don't even have a
Which
college
is
degree. That's crazy.
ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
I love all of what we do, but we are not literally helping the next generation.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely.
We are not doing that. We are helping the current and the past generations.
Yeah.
We are not helping any new generational growth. So the fact that the people who are literally in charge of educating our children into being, educated or at least somewhat decently, intelligent human beings, and you're going to give them next to nothing in pay, but they have to be yelled at. They have to do more reporting now than they've ever had to do on a daily and monthly and weekly basis. And all the other bullshit. And they got to deal with COVID and guns and all this shit. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, I've always said that probably the last 8 years for teachers are now like social workers. It's
Oh, they
sad.
are.
It's
They're
straight up
social
sad.
workers, they're nannies, they're babysitters, they're
They're
their
second
parents, they're secretaries, they're administrative, they're everything. They basically
Yeah.
serve. Now they're police officers, now they're firemen.
Correctional officers.
Oh, in Florida, if you're tied to the military, you get a 4-year certification for free $99.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So if you just are if you're married to someone in the military in Florida, you can just start working as a teacher tomorrow, and you just have to shadow someone for 2 days, not business days, 2 days.
Yeah. God bless
But
you,
what
teachers.
do I know?
Disrespectful.
Yeah, but I'm supposed to, and I'm not even getting into all that. But yeah, it's just wild out here. Like businesses and the understanding of how their needs are versus our needs, like they're not even willing to communicate with us. Like we're just not even worth the conversation because everything we're talking about is null and void to us. And they're like, oh, we're going to keep continuing on. But like, you guys keep losing workers. And they're like, why? Why do we keep losing workers? Because you keep paying people inappropriate amounts. And then on top of that, you want to give other people's jobs to the people who are currently there because the last person left. But then you don't want to hire the next person at an appropriate salary or even post the salary just to be honest about it. And then you have unrealistic expectations, or some companies are just not even giving true benefits
Right.
because they don't even care.
Yep.
They don't give a shit if you get hit by a bus tomorrow. It's not their problem. They'll hire somebody else.
Shoot, they'll expect you to come in after you were hit.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just, it's the little things like that where it's just like, maybe I need to figure some things out. Well, hell of a side tangent. Love it. We're back,
What about
y'all.
you, Mel?
It works.
As I said in the last episode, my goal right now, like current next goal, is my house. Nobody gonna say shit to me. I want my house.
That's your second? That's your second on your list right now?
Currently, yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I want my house. I want my yard. Or a small yard. I don't even care what size it is. To be honest, I just want it to be mine. I want to paint my walls. I want to do my accents. I want to do all the things I want to do to my place and not have to worry about, ooh, do I have to spackle this before I leave? Or am I being too noisy? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You know, my leasing apartment sent out a notice that we are now on 24-hour quiet time.
24-hour?
It was before, it was from 9 to 9, I think. And now it's all day, every day, and now you can snitch on everybody and have a good time.
How is that possible?
If someone thinks that you're too loud.
Oh my god.
That's
how not right.
Apartments work. But, okay.
That's not how it's gonna work here.
Oh
that place needs to be shut down. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's not reasonable.
Shut it down. New management.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for when I have more energy to fight that battle. But yeah, it will be fought because they got me fucked up. I'm sorry. You mean tell me I can't play music in my house because Barbara next door thought I was too loud? Maybe Barbara should start playing her music too. She could drown me out. That's fine.
Oh man, y'all could have your own versus battle through the walls.
Right. That's fine. I'll win.
Mm-hmm.
According to me, at least. But yeah, I want my house. Like, I'm not hearing shit about it. I'm gonna take whatever classes need to be had. I'm gonna save all my little coins that I can, and do all the side hustles I need to get my money because I need it. That's it.
Well, you'll get it. That's for sure. We're putting that out there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely on the list as well.
We all need to own something.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
You at least have to put money into something as an actual investment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Plus, it's something you can be proud of.
Right. Either something that can be something that you hand down to your children or something, or at least something that you can actually earn some type of return on.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I also want a summer home.
Ooh,
I mean,
some type of
big
vacation
boss bitch goals. I got lots of goals out here.
All right. Well, my next one is find genuine happiness and contentment again.
Mm-hmm.
Like personally. I know on my end, it's almost a thing where I feel like everybody is. I'm just faking being, quote, happy, or everything is good, everything's Gucci, everything's great. And I deal with high functioning depression.
Right.
And it gets to the point where during the week I'm on it, I'm doing everything right, waking up at 2:30, come back at 12 o'clock. And when I walk out those doors, my body immediately shuts down because I've been at this faking level of just trying to make sure everybody's good, make sure that I'm good. And it's just draining. And I want to get to a place where, like, I'm just content. I don't really need to be fully happy to the point where it's just so giddy, but just be that genuine, okay, I'm good. I'm fine. I got what I need. I'm not looking for anything too much. I'm just content because the past few years have just been very stressful and long, and really my
Yes.
mental health has taken a toll. And it'd be great if I could say that I can cut back on therapy, that I could not be on 3 different medications and just be content. And that is everything that I have to do for myself. Nobody else can do it. I don't expect anybody else to do it, but I want to do it in a way where I'm proud of where I was and am currently going and where I know I can land. And I know I've made up in my mind that I'm not looking for getting certain goals because I need to focus on where my head is at. Because if your head is not where it's supposed to be, you're not able to do the other life changing moments and things and expectations that you have that other people may have. And it goes with the point of what Kashana has said the past 2 episodes are don't follow what other people are going and their
Oh, yeah.
pace in their life.
Oh yeah.
And I've never been that kind of person, but right now I just need to be comfortable and content of the little things. No, I feel myself getting choked up, so I need to stop talking.
No, you're
Okay.
you're sharing
No.
you're sharing how you feel, which is,
You're-
and that's a good thing that you're doing that, because
Yeah.
it's like
yeah.
it's like you kind of clear the air, and it's like you're speaking your truth, as we like to say. Like, we come here and we speak our truth, we spill our beans, not the whole can,
Mm-hmm.
like 1/4 of the can. That's all you get.
Yep.
But
Unless you want to
But
pay
no.
us, and we will definitely work on it.
No, I do feel you, because sometimes it does feel like you're on like a boat and you're just like coasting and you're just going with the waves, and there's really no direction.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this is a conversation that I like one of my second or third times I spoke with my therapist. That's kind of how I described myself. And she's just like, I've never heard anyone describe their state of mind like that. It's very specific. And I'm just like, yeah, that's a way that I've been feeling for a very long time, where it's just like, I'm just on a rowboat. I don't have my paddles, and I'm just on the boat. I'm not in danger, but I'm not sure if I am in danger. It's just, I'm
Yeah.
just in an ocean, and I'm just coasting, and I'm
Yeah.
just coasting, and I'm just coasting, but there's really no direction that I'm going in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel safe, but I also don't feel unsafe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've always made the correlation between I'm a dog paddling in a body of water.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm just trying to keep my head up, and then I'm kind of gasping for air, and I feel like you just said, I'm unsafe because I'm getting a little bit of water in my throat, but then I get that bit of air and I'm
And you're
fine.
like, okay, I'm good.
And I'm just constantly doing
it's just
it.
going. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just going.
Mm-hmm.
But at some point, you're gonna get tired.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it does get tiring, because at the same time it's like, that you have to keep going. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like, even though it's a tiring feeling, like you have to keep going.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I lost my train of thought. I was gonna say something else and I lost my train of thought. That is great. That is so
Sorry.
great.
Well, it's like you have to keep going, and things have to get paid. You have a
Oh, yeah.
job that you have to tend to. You know that
Oh, yeah.
you have people that you need to be there for. But
Mhm.
it's like, hello, can somebody be there for me? But oh crap, I'm the one who has to be there for me. Like,
Mhm.
it all comes back down to you.
Oh
You
yeah,
have to
it
do
does.
the work.
It
Yeah.
does.
And
My
that's the
thing.
exhausting part about it. Is just like you have no one to. You feel like you have no one to really help you rely on anything. You have to rely on yourself only,
Mm-hmm.
and you can only do that but for so long. And some people do it for their lives, but like, them motherfuckers tired. I read an article about this guy here in Richmond. This motherfucker been working 75 hours a week for the last 45 years in his
Wow.
restaurant.
Wow.
Fuck out of here.
No.
I'm sorry. I love
No.
what I do. I love food. I love a good time. But there's no way in hell for you to be in business that long that you should be working that many hours consistently.
I can't imagine.
And I know it's a very work specific example, but like, just think about that much time. Like, when did you spend time with your family?
Mm-hmm.
If you have a family.
If you have a family.
right.
if you still have a family,
when you
if
making
you
them,
had a family.
Melissa.
like shit. I know making a baby don't take that long, but you still need a little bit of leeway just to get up in there. Like shit.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah, I get you, girl. I mean, like, and that feeling, if you keep paddling on for so long and there's no change and there's no progress, outside of it becoming draining, it becomes literal burnout.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And burnout's scary
Mm-hmm.
because it's on top of everyday life shit and depression and anxiety and all that shit. You have burnout on top of that, and it is dark.
Yeah.
It
It's
is
like you're
not a fun
currently in the
place to be.
motion of spiraling out of control, and then it's burnout.
And you're like literally reaching for everything, but by that time, what are you reaching for?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're like, who's actually gonna be able to help me?
Yeah.
You just start giving up on shit. Like, all right, well, you take that shit. I'm gonna fuck have it.
Mm-hmm.
To your
That's why
tax now.
Yeah, that's why it kind of goes back to like having those little things to like grab onto and those little things to like center you and bring you back. Where it's just
Mhm.
like, okay, well, this aspect of my job is good, or this aspect of my life is good, my relationship is good, and these little things bring me joy. Because I
Mhm.
think a lot of times like we forget that we're not always gonna be happy about everything, or we're not always gonna be contented
Oh
with
no.
everything. But there is little tiny things that will always bring you joy. Whether it's a nice iced cup of coffee as you're walking into work, even though you fucking hate your job.
Mm-hmm.
But just knowing that you get to stop at the coffee shop and getting that iced coffee and having a little chit chat with the barista or whoever is gonna make
Mm-hmm.
your morning or your afternoon or whatever. It's just those little things, or like a coworker that's there that gives you mental
Yes.
that keeps you give you mental clarity and keeps you holding on at a job or whatever.
Or just
It's like
energy,
those little
man.
things that we forget about because
Mm-hmm.
we're always told to like romanticize your life, like always reach for happiness, like strive for the best. And it's just like, okay, all right, you little hippie, that's not
Shut up,
everyone's life.
Sarah. No one asked for your opinion with your hippie stones.
Like, shut up,
Mm-hmm.
Jacqueline.
Shut
Jacqueline.
up,
asked you.
okay? I get it. You're happy. Life is great. Shut up. No
Yeah,
one
and I think
asked.
too, if you're living life thinking that you're always going to be happy, I don't think
You're in
there's
for a
ever
rude
going to
Mm-mm.
awakening.
be genuine, pure happiness in your life
No.
with a mentality like that. Because you have to know when you're miserable. If you're fucking miserable, you know that you're miserable or you're unhappy with something. But as long as you can get yourself back to a happy place, that's fine. And being
You have to.
sad,
Go ahead,
being
sorry.
unhappy is not bad. It shows that that you're a human and you have emotions
Yeah.
and they're working accordingly.
Yeah, and it's like, fuck. What was I about to say? Goddamn brain fog. Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, like with knowing what unhappy is, you also have to be able to, as Kishana said, pick out those things that make you happy, those little things, and like genuinely appreciate them.
Yeah.
Like the amount of times I've run into people who are able to go to Starbucks every day, who can go online shopping and do all these things that most people can't. Like live very blessed lives, but they don't appreciate it. So like for me, like one of my goals in life is to be able to have a housekeeper on to come once a week and clean my fucking house because I don't want to do it.
We were just talking about that.
I really don't. I genuinely don't. I have a coworker who gets that. A couple coworkers who have that done, and they're like, "Oh my god, it's lifesavers! Like I get to spend time with my family and not worry about is the bathroom going to get clean,
House,
is the
right?
kitchen going to
wow.
get clean." So yeah, that's my goal in life. But guess what? When I get to that point, I'm going to appreciate it. I'm not going to be, arrogant and rude and like
Take
not understanding. Like walking into a clean house is a blessing.
Yep. And you walk in your house and you smell that Mr. Clean throughout the house, and you're
That's
just
fabuloso, like
Yeah.
any of that shit. Like, come
you're just like,
on, like the smell of clean is like,
you smell like crispy
Lord.
laundry.
Oh man,
Mm.
You
love
just sit
that.
on your couch, take your shoes off, and you're just like, yes.
Yeah, you gotta appreciate the little things, even if it's that iced coffee or your coworker telling you look good today or whatever it is. Like, it's just appreciate those things, because when when you're having bad days and there's people around you who are trying to push those good moments on you, I
Like,
know it's
take it.
easier to push them away, but you got to take those in and be like, I know life is not that bad.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I can keep
Something
pushing on.
something as
Yeah.
simple as this, right? Like when I plug my phone into my car onto the Apple CarPlay, it'll randomly play my iTunes, and then sometimes, very very randomly, it'll play a song that I haven't heard in such a long time.
Aw.
That's like in the deep crevices of my brain, and it'll play it, and I will get so hyped and so happy, and I'm just like,
Mhm.
I needed this. Thanks, Apple.
Yep.
That's the best.
So it's little
The
things.
little moments. It's
Oh,
the
yeah.
little moments, guys.
Take them,
We're not
appreciate
subs.
them, love them, be contented with them.
Mhm.
Yes.
And first of all, the guy who just won, whoever the person is that just won the Mega Million, congratulations, sir or
Did they
ma'am.
say it?
Adopt me.
Yes, the person is going to
Oh.
be winning about $750 million
Oh man. Wow.
in Chicago.
Oh wow.
Damn it.
Jeez.
Oh man, he
You
not
know
gonna
what? You
live.
deserve it.
Sucks.
You deserve it.
Congrats.
Whoever you are, just get out of town.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to run. Like as soon as you get that check, dip. Not joking. We read a
Crazy.
terrible story. I'm not gonna go too long about this. We read a terrible story about this guy in West Virginia who won a ton of money, who already had money. So like that was also the confusing part of this. He won money from the lottery, and all these people were literally terrorizing him, terrorizing him. And he even bought the lady who sold him the ticket a house and some other stuff. Terrorized her too. I was like, people are terrible. Run,
Oh gosh.
run.
Run, Forrest,
Anyways.
run.
Yeah, happy for you. Pissed I lost, but whatever. Well, I had on my list is becoming more involved in like my relationships, like my family and my friendships, like doing a little more than what I'm doing now. As all three of us have said, we're all very content of just if we don't talk every day or every week or I wouldn't say every month, but if we don't talk every week, like it's fine. But I would like to talk a little more. Not, I mean, of course I want to talk to y'all more, but like in some of my other relationships, like I don't spread my energies well, and I need to work on that.
I feel you.
Everybody don't get the same energy out here.
Well, I mean, that's also a matter of conversation with whoever those other relationships are. You understand? That's more of a conversation that you would need to have with those specific people to be like, hey, I would like to speak to you more often. Like, if you think about me, just reach out to me. Don't be afraid. Because I think that's when a lot of times like things can get very one-sided.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. Like, you know all the people that I'm thinking of. Like, you've met all of them, you know all of them, you love all of them.
Yeah.
And all of those people, it wouldn't be one-sided. But I also have to put the energy in because it's the same way with me. Like, if you take the time to hit me up once a week, I'm gonna start taking the time to hit you up because I'm gonna start to see you giving that energy to me, and I'm gonna try to give back to you. Yeah. But as you know, as I just said, like I don't. Because of how our friendship is, like I kind of treat everyone else the same. Like I'll hit you up when I want to talk if I think about you, and if not, I love you and I'll talk to you next time. But I'm missing a lot of life moments with people, and not that I won't learn about it, but I would like to be a part of some of those life moments. And that is just partially because I'm just not putting myself out there to be like, hey, I am actually wanting to be a part of your life a lot more. and here's that energy, not just talking about it.
Okay, I see where you're coming from. I see where you're coming from. But the only reason why I was saying what I was saying is because I've put myself in a predicament where I'm reaching out to, let's say, a specific persons or people, and I'm constantly reaching out. But my mentality was, oh, if I reach out to them, maybe they'll reach back out to me at later times. And I just found myself being the person reaching out all the time. So I just stopped reaching out, and then it would be like months and months and months later you'll finally hear from that person when they're like, hey, what's up, I missed you. And it's just like, did you really?
Mm-mm.
So, and that's the only reason I'm saying that, like, at some point it has to be a conversation, kind of.
Oh no,
Because at least with like my very close circle of friends or like family members, it's just like, hey, hit me up whenever you want to, like, text me before you call me, definitely. But my line is always open, my phone is always near. If you feel like it's been too long since you heard from me, just don't feel bad for reaching out, or don't feel weird for reaching out. Just reach out.
Yeah, but even saying that doesn't mean that to people, because most people, that's an empty comment. And granted, for
Right.
us,
It
we
does
say that
become
we
a personal
genuinely
thing.
mean
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you
But
are
in
correct.
the specific examples,
It is personal.
yes, and the specific people that I'm thinking of, that like I feel very confident that they would put more effort in, because they see that effort in, because I see them putting that effort in with other people who are equally just as important, if that makes
Right.
sense.
Mm-hmm.
No, get it.
So I just need to work on my shit of just like, not all my relationships are going to be like my best friends, where we talk when we talk.
Oh yeah,
and
no, yeah.
pathetic. Like that's not reality. I wish it was. I wish
Yeah.
people thought more like how I do, but that's just not
Mhm.
it. And I don't want people to feel like I don't want to be a part of their lives, because I do. I
Mhm.
just I'm ADHD as fuck. So if it's on my mind, I'm gonna hit you up, because that's immediately when I'm thinking about you, and I don't want to forget.
Yeah.
But if I miss that moment, I'm going to miss that moment, and it's not because you're not worth the energy. It's just because I literally forgot to hit
My
you.
brain was somewhere else.
My brain went squirrel, and I kept going.
Right.
So I just need to do better on trying to be a part of the people I love's lives.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people have that goal.
I think that's a lot of people's goals, actually.
Yeah.
Just to be a better communicator in all aspects of life, not just romantic relationships only.
Yeah.
It's
and
hard.
I think that's where people miss the bar a lot when it comes to communication. It's like, it's not just about communicating with your romantic partner only, or having good communication with that person only. It's about bringing those qualities to other aspects of your life, whether it's like a work relationship, friendships, anything like that. It's not just your romantic partner.
Right.
But don't get it twisted. You should put a lot of effort into romantic relationships. 100%. That is something that I had to learn time and time again, and I'm still learning that.
Well, I mentioned it on here before. It's the balance for me. It's being able to balance my own shit, my relationship shit, and then figuring out how I could squeeze in work, squeeze in my own personal goals,
the other random chaos.
People. Yeah, like just the balancing of everything is just like, I'm minus this week, I'm usually zipping from here to there, and once I set my plans, I set my plans. Like, I'm sorry. Not sorry.
Yeah, and I get really and for me, I feel really uncomfortable when my plans get deterred. I don't like it, especially if I'm like, I wanted to do this, and this.
That is the easiest way to get me in the biggest eyes. I'll be like, I'm sorry, what? I actually told that to my hairdresser the other day, and she was like, interesting. This is a PSA for anybody who knows me. If you hit me up the day of to do something the day of, it's probably going to be a no.
Right.
Respectfully. Because if I didn't already have plans, my plans were to sit my fat ass on my couch or cook food or do whatever at my house because being at my place is my prerogative. Keyword, I want a house. So if you hit me up for the day of to ask for plans, it's probably not gonna happen. But if you hit me up today to ask me what I'm doing tomorrow, you probably got a decent chance, because I could at least pivot. But if it's the day of, my mind's already made, and I'm gonna be uncomfortable if you ask me, because I'm gonna be like, I'm so sorry, but no.
Yeah.
Which makes people very uncomfortable. They take that very personally. I'm just like, but you're hitting me up for last minute plans. Like, love you, but that's not how my brain works.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's not respectful either.
It's not.
Personally.
That just showed that you thought about me last minute.
Yep.
You don't give a shit about anybody else's time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
well, some of the things that like people be like, oh, you want to go to happy hour, like because they just want it randomly. Like, oh, I can go for a drink. Let me see if she's available. And I appreciate that. I like that energy. Give me that energy, but just give me 24 hours.
Right.
Think about me. I appreciate it. 24 hours. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what else y'all got on your list?
My last thing, because I literally only had like 3 things on my list. I couldn't think of a lot more. My last thing is just when it comes to time for me to be a parent, just to be a good parent, a good enough parent. I'm not trying to be a perfect parent or great parent or an outstanding parent. I just want to be good enough for my kid. That's it.
You will.
You won't have a choice.
Will.
Oh, I already know I'm gonna have a cool kid. I'm gonna have a cool ass kid. That's like a no-brainer.
Between the two of us and your siblings and everybody else in your life, like, not a choice. Like, you're gonna be a dope ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and my man's gonna have a cool ass kid. He's already cool on his own, so.
Yeah, like literally. So, but appreciate you putting it on your list. But it was a non-negotiable anyways, but yes.
Hell yeah. So my list is completed.
All right. What about you, Kelly? Did you get to 5?
More.
Did you get to 3?
I have one more.
Okay.
Mine is actually what I've always wanted to do, and I've done it halfway, but I just kind of wanted to make it like a real daily thing. And that is to reach this body exercise workout type of goal where I'm just like not a gym buff, but just have that motivation and that routine of working out on a regular and having fun with it. I feel like that's also another way to exert that energy after a long day and a long week. Yeah, and just kind of making that your zen time, because I'm not somebody who likes to do yoga. That's too slow for me. I'm like, what is this? I like to have that cardio. No, it's too slow for me. I like to hit things. I like to punch. I like to move. I like to run. That is me. I like to sweat. So in order for me to maybe find that other balance of dealing with my mental and also kind of punching that out, I can do that with a good workout routine, and then also have that goal of getting in the way that I want to look. Because we're hitting 30. And once you hit 30, your body starts shutting down and my knees are cracking. My elbows are smacking. And
my hips are locking and not dropping, okay?
No. So just get into that good body movement and enjoying what could come out of it. Not just looks, but just fitness-wise and health-wise.
I was going to put that on my list.
I feel it.
I don't trust myself. I'm just being honest. I don't trust myself. But I appreciate you. I believe in you.
Yeah.
Luckily, we are in the fitness age is not stopping. So there will always be options out there. As long as you're not in a bumfuck town, you will have options.
That's accurate.
I'm just saying, it's hard out there. Awesome. Well, I'll do one more so we can wrap this up. Something that's been bothering me for a while is I need to get back into like feeling like I'm fashion forward, at least my kind of fashion.
Oh, yes.
Like, I don't know where to shop anymore. I don't know what my style is. Like, I just feel like I need to get back into figuring out what I want me to look like and how I want to
Mhm.
represent
Mm.
myself on a regular basis
Mhm.
and what that looks like in the future. Because clearly I'm out my hoochie mama phase. Like, that's dead. Like, she
Yeah.
gone. I
Mhm.
love me a good mini skirt, but guess what? I ain't got none in my closet, okay? It's just not my life anymore. I'll leave that to the youngins. But I would love to figure that out and feel sexy.
No, I feel you
Well,
with
not
that.
I'll add that to
being
my
sexy.
list.
I feel you with that because without even like realizing, like as you're saying it, I realize that that's what I've been doing for like the past couple of months. Whereas just like I've gotten to the phase of like I'm gonna buy shit, and if I don't like it, I'm gonna return it. Am I gonna keep it in
Mhm.
the closet because I feel bad for returning it? You should never feel bad about returning something that you don't like. So that's where I've kind of been. Like if I'm like online shopping and I see something that I like, I'll make sure that they have a good return policy.
Mhm.
I'll buy it. If it looks nice on me, I'll keep it. If I don't like it like that, I'll send it back. But what I try to do is buy things that are more universal, that you can wear it with like
Mhm.
multiple things, multiple ways. Like when Mel was here in New York, the last time Mel seen me, you've seen my closet, you've seen how it looked, and it's because I'm trying. So I got rid of a bunch of old clothes because I'm trying to like be more brighter about the way I dress and to be more conscious of how things look on me,
Mhm.
Yeah.
but not to be a fashionista or anything like that. Just to be more confident about the clothes that I wear.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I get it, Mel. I get it.
Like you're
Like,
investing in your
once
dress.
again,
Exactly.
yeah.
Mhm.
And that's also part of the problem is that I'm cheap.
Mhm.
Like, I love to spend money on food and
Oh,
experiences, but buying physical material things, I'm very cheap. It
I
takes
don't
me a
know.
long time to buy things. Like, I remember I had to buy like early in my relationship, we went to a mall and I found these cute booties. I love them. They were leather. They were $100. When I tell you, I literally sat there for an hour
Yeah.
contemplating buying these booties and like talking myself into them, even though I knew I needed them, I wanted them, I had to have them. I
Oh yeah.
literally sat there in the store with him, talking myself into buying them.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Don't get
Pre-buyer's
it twisted.
remorse.
Don't get it
And it's
twisted.
like,
I
bitch,
don't spend a lot
you
of money on
Yeah.
clothes, especially. Like
no,
I'm very cheap. I still
that's not
shop
what.
in the
Yeah,
sale
no.
aisles. I make sure I can get some discount codes.
Mhm.
Like,
That's it.
I'm not spending. Like to me, it's outrageous when I hear that people are spending like hundreds of dollars on pieces of clothing. Like
Yeah.
if you would never catch me buying a shirt that costs more than $25. I'm sorry, that's a lot of money. I'm sorry, 25 is a lot.
The only thing I'm splurging on when it comes to clothes are shoes and some outerwear that I can use multiple
Correct.
times. Yeah.
Correct. Shoes, outerwear, and jeans, because jeans will last
Mhm.
you a very, very, very long time, especially
Yeah.
if you're in a certain weight class and you don't come out of it. So I've had jeans that I've bought like 4 or 5 years ago that still fit me till to this day.
Mm.
Because jeans are a good investment,
Yeah.
especially if you're a jeans wearer, and I'm a jeans wearer.
Well, you got to invest in the things that have to last a long time. So your
Mhm.
outerwear is not supposed to be a
Mhm.
seasonal thing. It's not a fast fashion
Right.
thing. Your outerwear is supposed to protect you. It's supposed to make
Exactly.
Mhm.
sure you're warm. Yes, it should be somewhat to your style, but it's supposed to protect you. Your shoes is how you walk. And your
Mhm. And
shoes
your
need to be
posture.
comfortable. Yeah, and they affect your entire body.
Mhm.
Yep.
Now jeans, I don't really buy a lot because I don't wear them a lot, but I get
Right.
it because
Exactly. Yeah.
you have to have
Yeah.
quality jeans. My
And we're
boyfriend
not talking
goes through this
about
all the time.
rainbow jeans and stuff like that.
Oh
Oh my
God,
That's not
god.
no!
what we're talking.
First of all, this is a PSA. No one on this entire podcast shops at Rainbow. Those
I
days are
mean,
done.
I'm
No,
cheap,
man.
but I
Never
ain't rainbow
have.
cheap.
I will no.
Rainbows are for
And all the
Skittles.
stores that are similar to it, I'm personally good on, but definitely not no Rainbow. I gave that shit up in like junior high. That's no. Um, yeah. So it and just like that shoe example, like those shoes were leather. They were cute. They would
Mhm.
work. Like they're built to last. The only thing I have to do for those shoes that was like 2-3 years ago, I have to replace the bottom of the heel, which
Oh,
you just go to Shoemaker and do. They can do that.
that's kind of a normal thing, especially if you're buying, especially if you have shoes that are not with like the rubber sole, like the rubber in the heel or whatever the case is.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So those are just my last tidbits. Oh God, it's hot. Like this hot flashes and cold sweats is for the birds. Like I don't know how pregnant women and menopause women do this shit.
Ooh, don't mention
I'm
it.
over it.
You gonna find out one day.
I am not excited at all. Sorry. Well, anything else y'all want to say about this particular
Nope.
topic?
No.
I think we went on a little bit too long, but it's okay.
You know, it's fine. It's our normalcy at this point. I've gotten over it. Yeah, just is what it is. Well, we are going to go into our social media moment today, which is apparently called pink sauce. So I'm going to let Kelly explain this because I quite frankly have too many questions to really explain this properly.
Oh God.
So go ahead, Kelly.
Man. Okay,
We're
so
not gonna like this.
basically, yeah, I like to call it the sauce of botulism because that's exactly what it is. So basically, on TikTok, it has gone viral that this woman named Chef P or Chef Pie, I don't really know. She has this mysterious pink sauce that contains multiple different ingredients that I just don't think go together. And she is sending it across the country, and it's not going well. What she has in it is honey, garlic, dragon fruit, sunflower seed oil, and a couple other ingredients. And it supposedly tastes like a sweet, sweet, sweet ranch. Not even like honey mustard, like sweet ranch because of that. It's like a mayonnaise base, I think, maybe, sort of, kind of. And what has happened is people who have gotten it, they have seen that on the label, the nutrition facts are completely whacked out. Like the serving size I had seen was it serves 444. Yeah. And she has tons of misspelling of ingredients. On the very bottom, it says, please refrigerate. But of course, she does not even send this stuff in the mail in a actual refrigerated type of box. She doesn't send it on a refrigerated plane. She does all of this in her house. It's not FDA approved. It's not FDA regulated. It's not even in testing mode. And for people to even think to try to support this person, I don't even want to call them a chef because no chef is going to be doing this. This is some serious illegal stuff. I'm putting it out there. It's illegal. Don't be doing it. She's already setting herself up for lawsuits if it hasn't happened already.
Oh, it definitely has.
Okay.
Yep. Then on top of that, I think, and also people have been like like if you like look at the photos, like there's photos that it looks like, you know, when you blend mustard and ketchup together, there's some photos where like the bottle is that color, and then there's other pictures where it's like Pepto-Bismol pink.
Yep.
And
quality control ain't there.
Yeah, it ain't there because she's making it from her kitchen, so it's never going to be there. And then you're talking about a fruit like dragon fruit, which is a seasonal fruit, and it's not carried everywhere. So yes, maybe the dark Pepto-Bismol pink sauces are made with dragon fruit, but I'm sure the other ones is food coloring.
It has to be.
And food poisoning.
Definitely.
Because I was watching a video by a YouTuber that said this is how I found out about it in the first place. And he does this deep dive into it. And he like found people, he was like going through like a bunch of TikTok stories of people like saying that when they received their bottles, it was like swollen, like the bottle was like swelling. And it's just like, yeah, no, when your containers start to swell in your fridge, that means
there's bacteria.
Bacteria is forming in there, and that's the acid, and that's the acidic waste coming from the bacteria that's swelling your bottle. That is dangerous. Then there's people who were saying that they like in the caps there was molding, and there was like odd smells to it, and I'm just like, yeah, don't eat that.
Yeah,
don't eat that. And I think there was also a story about a mother who was saying that her daughter just got sick out of nowhere, and they took her to the ER and they couldn't figure out why she was sick. And the only thing the daughter said that changed within the last like week or two was that she got this pink sauce that she ordered. And the mother was just like, how did you order a pink sauce? Mind you, the girl's like 14, 15 years old. Then she
Oh
goes
man.
back to her card statements, realize that her daughter took her card and ordered the shit. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like, people, and we have said this many times before. I know we don't reach everybody, but it's just like, come on. Just because you see it online does not make it trendy and does not make it okay.
Yeah.
That's
First
like
of all, it's not
somebody selling
trendy, and
arsenic in a bottle.
it's not safe.
No.
Right.
If you are consuming it and it's not FDA approved, you probably shouldn't be consuming it.
Well, when you talk about FDA approved, recently in an Instagram live, people were saying it's not even FDA approved, or is this FDA approved? She said, "What do you mean FDA approved? I don't sell medical products. The pink sauce is not a medical product. The pink
Oh my
sauce
God.
don't contribute to your health." Honey child, FDA means Food Drug Administration.
FDA also controls the agricultural market as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, what?
Yep.
What?
Every state has a health department.
Listen, no one has an issue with anybody having a small online business trying to make some money off of selling some products, but you don't sell people food products online.
Mm-hmm.
Not even that. I'm gonna just say this plainly as I can in this lovely state I'm in. I do not like ever seeing people selling food or drinks, aka or alcohol from their home. It is illegal.
Mm-hmm.
If the FDA or your version of the ABC, your alcohol control, finds out, you are going to be hit with so many fines, you're going to be bankrupt.
Yeah.
Right.
Please stop doing this, y'all. And also, you are liable for any lawsuits because you're not a legitimate business. You do not have a health regulation tied to your business. So you are not protected in any form or fashion.
You don't have any insurance that can protect you from any
Yeah.
lawsuits that may come your
Nothing.
way. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
And
just
as the
like,
consumer, you can sue people all you want, but that does not mean they're going to pay you. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
You could sue me. If I don't have no money, I don't have no money. That's it. And I that's it. Like, you can sue me and I don't have no money. I can't pay you. And some people will refuse to pay you also.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So the other part about it that just like blew my mind about it is the fact that the ingredients within this sauce are commonly available everywhere. You can go into a Dollar General, a Dollar Tree, a Family Dollar, any of these stores and get those same exact condiments for $2 or less and make that same sauce at home, minus the dragon fruit. That you may have to go on a hunt for, depending on the state, the time of the year, and the region. Because all across the United States, dragon fruit is not a fruit that is native to our country here in the States. You have to go there; those are imported certain times of the year, and right now is the time for dragon fruits. So, but it's just like you can make this at home. Why would you buy this from somebody
Because
online?
Keishana, most people eat out. That's where all their money goes. That's why everyone's living paycheck to paycheck. That's why simple syrup is always on the shelf, even though it's sugar and water.
Right. We can boil water and melt sugar and let it sit at room temperature and get simple sugar.
Yeah.
Syrup. That's what I do.
I gave up on the people should do more front. No. At the end of the day, people are stupid and they're going to do what they want to do.
I mean, that's how I sugar my iced coffee because I hate granules of sugar inside at the bottom of my cup. So it's, I don't know. People are fucking weird. This whole shit is just
people going to do what they want to do, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, if you are consuming it, putting it on your skin, or what else, anything like that, you need to be very careful about what you're doing. Because at the end of the day, we are humans. We are bags of bloods and bones. And we don't understand the chemical complexity that is going on inside of us. So we need to stop acting like we do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Keyword, I'm sitting here with COVID. I don't know shit. I'm just trying to survive.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people, when it came to this, they see the word chef and they automatically think, oh, well, this person knows exactly what they're doing. They're a chef.
You know what?
No, anybody
can call
nowadays can
themselves
put a chef
if they're
in
not
front.
certified. They're not a
I'm
chef.
gonna go on
No.
my TikTok and call myself Dr. K.
Right.
And then I'm gonna start giving out medical advice like I'm a fucking doctor. That's what I'm gonna start doing. Because you know what?
Chef or
You're right. Right. And you know what, Melissa? You're gonna go be lawyer. You're gonna be a lawyer. You're gonna be lawyer Mel now.
Esquire
Fine.
Melissa.
You're gonna be
Fine.
Esquire
I've
Melissa.
done contracts before. I could do that, right?
Right. Sure. You know how to sign a basic contract, you know, selly negotiation deal. You know how to do all that.
Yeah, sure.
Me and Kelly are gonna be doctors because we were EMS, so we're gonna do that.
We know everything.
Right. And I bake, and I like to cook in my kitchen, so I'm gonna also be a chef. You guys down?
That's why I get so cringy when people like, especially people who haven't seen me in years and they just know I went to culinary school, be like, "Oh, Chef Melissa, how you doing?" First of all, bitch, don't call me a chef.
Yeah,
you don't. That's not my job. And also, I'm not a chef. I'm not certified by anybody to be a chef.
I think
and if I was still in it, I would be a cook. I would not be no fucking chef. Any fucker who works at a restaurant and is not the executive chef, they are not a fucking chef. They're a cook.
I can't recall who it was. Maybe it was my mom a long, long time ago. She was just like, "Oh, how's Melissa?" You know, because remember at one point you were working in the restaurant after college or whatever the case is.
Not in the kitchen.
Not in the kitchen, no. But, because you went to culinary school, my mom thought that you went there to be a chef. And she was like, "Oh, I think I told her you got a new job, but you were working at the restaurant." But I don't think she understood what I was saying to her. So she asked me, she was like, "Oh, how's Melissa's new chef job?" I'm just like, "Melissa's not a chef." She was like, but she went to cooking school. I'm just like, but yeah, I'm like, yeah, the school is known for its culinary, but there's other degrees that you can get from the school. It's just not a culinary school. And then she was like, "No," and I'm just like, "No, she's not a chef."
Also, going to culinary school does not make you a chef.
Yeah,
right. It just
I need that on a shirt.
School.
Yeah.
Just because you went to culinary school, that means you get a degree. If you graduate, you got a degree. That does not make you a chef. If you're a chef, you get certified. There are organizations that certify you. Yeah. Just because you deem yourself a chef does not make you a chef. A chef will cuss you the fuck out if they find out you called yourself a chef and walk
out
away.
From certifications.
Because it's disrespectful.
Yeah.
That's like someone who went to medical school and never took their board to become a doctor. And be like, yeah, I went to medical school. I'm a doctor. No, you're not.
No, you went to medical school. Congratulations.
Your state did not license you to do that. So you're not.
Yeah.
Stop it. You just know shit. Some shit. Stop it.
Well,
yeah.
Fuck that pig sauce. Stop eating that shit. Stop supporting them. They're not credible. They're not licensed. They are not a real legitimate business. Also, by the way, in most states, you're not allowed to cook food out of your own kitchen, out of your residential kitchen. You need to have a commercial space. Just FYI, in case people want to know that. But that's just me being a brat. Anyways, anything else on this topic?
No.
I'm just kidding. I can rant on forever about that shit. Well, this is a perfect segue to talk about our new segment.
Let's do it.
Kelly, do you want to introduce it since it's your idea?
Sure. So I thought it would be so fun to just have a little segment called Simmer Down Now, because, our podcast is called High Tea. You simmer a little bit with the hot tea in a cup, And we're just going to be airing out any discrepancies, any ranting issues that piss us off, annoyances, petty things, anything that we just need to caca out of our mind. So it could be literally anything. So we can popcorn this and just go about our business. So I'll start.
Okay.
Bad.
And I think we
Also,
can
before we
agree.
start,
Uh-huh.
we said we would want to do this instead of a social media moment. Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Just
You know
clarifying
what?
for the class.
I guess pink sauce was, part of this then. It was not a social media moment.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it kind of was. It was on TikTok.
Yeah. I mean, that
But
needs to be
anyways.
aired out anyway, too. So.
Yeah. Well, that's on my. I figured out my weekly recommendations.
Uh-oh.
Uh,
So what I need to simmer down now is this doggone 2022 heat wave.
Mm.
I got humidities, like the humidity between the underlayer of my titties. It needs to stop.
Mm.
I am so hot, it's ridiculous, and it feels like I have the air conditioning on. But the moment I start getting cool, I start getting hot again. The moment I step outside, I'm dripping in sweat in places that I didn't know could sweat. Between my toes, between my knuckles, or between my fingers. Like everywhere is just sweating.
your eyelid.
My edges are sweating out. Like
Oh.
everything is just a mess. There's not enough soap in the world to just get the sweaty salt off my body. And I just need fall and winter to come and hurry its butt up.
I mean, I'm gonna piggyback off that, and I'm gonna need our lovely government to put in place a plan for climate change, because that's why this shit is so bad as it is.
Mhm.
Because these are not the summers I grew up with personally. That's just me.
Yeah.
But what do I know? I'm just a dumb 20-something-year-old just living life. Hot titties, all hot.
Just
whatever.
just going with the flow.
The ice, the ice in the north and the south aren't melting.
Mhm.
All the tragic things we grew up seeing in movies. What was it,
National
2012? That
landscape.
movie.
Oh yeah.
All those things that can happen, because those are legit things that can happen. Yeah, I'm gonna need us to put some action plans in place and stop being so ignorant about climate change, because it's a real thing, guys.
Mm.
Okay. I'm done.
Quiche.
Nah, skip me for now.
Okay.
I got one for you, Keish,
All right.
that you might be able to go on.
Okay.
Energy and attention suckers.
Oh God. Ugh. You people give me the ick. Like, you make my joints hurt. That's how bad this is.
Oh my gosh, not the joint.
My joints be hurting. That's how you know that people are too much. Ick. But yeah, no, cut that shit out. Like, seriously, cut that shit out. Like, you're not 5, you're not 10, you're not 2. I don't understand if you need attention from other people to validate you. Just stop it. If you can't validate yourself or listen, this may sound fucked up, but
Say it.
everybody wants everybody wants some type of validation, right? If it's not something that if you can't give it to yourself internally, you should at least find one person in your life to do it for you, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But it also shouldn't be at a emotional cost for that person as well. Because we all want to feel seen, we all want to feel heard. I get it.
Yeah.
I completely get it. But God, don't be soul sucking about it. I think that's the end of that rant on there. Don't be a soul sucker. Simple as that.
Insane.
Beautiful.
Exit
Wow.
stage left.
Keep an eye out for this segment in the future. We will definitely be putting it in, because y'all know we love a good rant over here, as you can tell. 5 seasons in. Yeah, we'll definitely be bringing that shorty back. But we will go ahead and wrap this episode up. Do y'all have anything else y'all want to talk about with the class?
No, I need to get started on homework.
Yeah, always. Well, let's go ahead and do our weekly recommendations. For those of you who are just tuning in, this is something or anything that we think will help improve your week, month, year, whatever. And it could be music, movies, TV shows, or advice, whatever we think will float your boat. So, ladies, who would like to go first?
I'll go. So mine is actually a television show or a television docu-series type of thing. It's on Lifetime and it comes on Mondays at 9 o'clock. It's called Text Me When You Get Home. And I love all of these like mysterious crime shows and all of that. And it's pretty much about stories that are told through interviews and recreations and texts and phone records of what authorities and family members have brought right back up of their missing and unfortunately have passed family members that have been abducted. And it all sparked that hashtag a couple years ago called Text Me When You Get Home because of a UK girl named Sarah Everard. She was walking home and she ended up being abducted and completely murdered and broken up into pieces in a refrigerator, all that kind of stuff. And it just sparked this nationwide hashtag of that phrase of when you have your, especially for girls, when you have that phrase of, well, text me when you get home or let me know when you get home. And it's not just a hashtag, it's a way of life for women.
Oh, yeah.
On the daily. And the show really does show how it affected these families and friends. And it's a really good little docuseries that I've been really interested in. It's only on the first season. It's coming on with the 6th episode next week by the time you're watching this or listening to this. But I would definitely check it out. There's a lot of good tidbits for women's safety and public safety and all of that. So definitely check out Text Me When You Get Home.
I love it. Mm-hmm. Keisha, you want to go or you want me to go?
Yeah, sure. I just have a little public service announcement.
Ooh.
So, it's hot out. We are in the middle of the summer. I'm sure, like Kelly said, she's going through a heat wave. New York just went through a heat wave. And we're about to get another one. I'm sure we are. Because we always do. And I'm sure Melissa also is going through a heat wave all the time. It's been humid. It's been hot.
Mm-hmm.
We have been sweaty. We have been miserable. But that does not mean that I want to stand behind somebody that I could smell through my mask.
Oh my God.
So please, people, you have a due diligence, not just to yourself, but also to society, to not step out your house smelling like a garbage disposal. Please, for the love of God, use some deodorant. Not just any deodorant. Find a deodorant with an alpha hydroxy acid inside of it. They're great for people who have body odor, especially. Because they exfoliate the dead skin cells that the bacteria in your body usually eats away at, which causes the odor. That's what odor is. So please, for the love of God, exfoliate your armpits, exfoliate all your folds, your back knee folds, your butthole folds, your belly folds,
Whoa.
your back row folds, all your folds.
Not the butthole folds.
Scrub the back of your neck because I'm tired of seeing people with their black ass necks.
That's also a sign of onset diabetes. About
yes, it can be. It 100% can be, or just bad hygiene. Get yourself. Throw away the washcloths, please, everybody. Throw away your washcloths and actually get an exfoliating loofah cloth where you can actually scrub your body down. Please. And for everybody who just put some soap in their hand and just wash their body, stop doing that. Stop listening to
our podcast.
Just take care of your hygiene, please. Please. Spray some perfume. Walk with a deodorant in your bag, something. because people should not have to suffer standing behind you in a line at a Panera trying to get their lunch. Absolutely not. This is real life experience. Absolutely not.
This is personal.
Really?
This is real personal, and I'm so tired of it. So tired.
Oh man.
Oh wow, the violence.
It needed
Okay.
to
It's hot outside. It's way too
I
hot
mean,
outside for
hey.
this.
Well, I told these girls at the beginning that I did not have a weekly recommendation. But per this conversation, I figured out 2.
Woo.
So I'm gonna go over these real quick. First one is please delete TikTok. And I know y'all are on TikTok too, but like y'all need to delete TikTok. It's a terrible app. Like it's really bad, y'all. Like really, really bad. Like the stuff that they were trying to ban it for in the beginning is still happening. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. And on FX, there's a show called The Bear. And I actually finished it today and I thought it was pretty good. Anyone who's been in the restaurant industry knows that this show is hilariously real. And I like how it ended for the season. So check it out. It's only about half hour, I think, each episode. So go ahead, check it out. And that's it for my weekly recommendations.
Nice.
All right.
All right, ladies. Well, that is all the time we have for today. You've been listening to High Tea with Mel, Kellen, K. Don't forget to leave us a quick 5-star review on iTunes and follow us on Instagram at high_t_podcast and on Twitter at hightpod1. And take a peek in the description box for all links on everything High Tea. And we'll talk to you the same time, same place next week. MKK out.